We're inside AD Moran Park. We're about to set off to Longridge Town today for the last game of the season. And what a long season it's been. After 50 games, 58 goals scored with 22 different goal scorers, 71 yellow cards, 9 red cards and 70 different players used. For the final time this season, this is match day. And we had the luxury of travelling to the game with the players and staff. With safety all but secure, it was a great atmosphere as everyone was in a celebratory mood. We arrived at Inglewhite Road in plenty of time, so that gave Brownie the opportunity to speak to Takura Sambizi.
Right, Tak, last game of the season?
Yeah, big one.
Yeah, pretty cold up here today, isn't
I know
it?
it's freezing. Oh man, it's nippy.
Well, you won the penalty for...
Against Earlham.
Yeah, that was pretty nervy in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. It was a big moment, to be fair. I had to though, because Shank won wide, didn't I? 5 minutes before, so I had to do something.
Yeah,
and then we won the penalty.
I think he went out for a throw-in, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a bad. Honestly, it actually was bad. Bobbled up, didn't it? Blame it on the bubble. Blame it on the bubble.
So how do you feel today will go then?
Yeah, it feels good, to be honest. No, well, we're not 100% safe, but it feels good coming into this. And the vibes have been good, to be honest. And after everyone's going to be buzzing last game of the season.
So the mood in the camp's good.
Yeah, it's up, to be fair. The morale, is that the word? Morale's up, so yeah, everyone's buzzing, to be honest.
Brilliant. And last question, can you explain the difference between a house and a cottage?
House and a cottage? Cottage is made of brick? Oh, I don't even know, innit? I don't even know.
Might have to bleep him out there. Tak, have a great game.
Cheers, thank you.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Can you tell the difference between a house and a cottage? I'll tell you later on. But first, the players came out for the final time this season, hoping to send the fans away happier than they already are. And Hayes had the first chance, but the flag went up for offside as Connor Martin and Michael Burke couldn't convert. An early chance for Longridge when they hit the bar, safely into the hands of Harry Allen. But the man of the match was the Longridge goalkeeper. Save after save he made, keeping Hayes at bay. A couple of long range distance shots from Alfie Belcher, couldn't get in. The Badrock effort went to the chest of the keeper, who's managed to keep it out before being fouled. And even Hayes' top goal scorer Max Baslero couldn't beat him at the near post.
Right, so 0-0 at half time. Been fun in the stands. How have you felt so far?
Yeah, came here absolutely buzzing. Really looking forward to it today. Had a few good chances, not quite put them away. Classic Hayes this season, but I think we can do something good second half. Come out, get a bit of sparkle on the season. Finish off on a high note.
Yeah, it seems Longridge have got David De Gea in goal for him this afternoon, haven't they?
He's played the blinder. He's pulled off a couple of really good saves, and yeah, absolutely kept him in it.
Yeah, we've had some fun in the stands, haven't we? And had a right good sing-song. Carry on for the second half.
Yeah, there's a lot of us here today, and we're having a real party and enjoying ourselves. We're safe, finally, unless something terrible happens in the next 45 minutes. But yeah, party time. It's fun and the sun was out. It'd be even better.
Fantastic, Simon. Enjoy the second half.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
So the second half underway, and it was Prestwich again attacking, and yet again, Keir Barry was keeping Prestwich out. However, a lovely 1-2 between Atkinson and Van Wyck ended up with Atkinson hitting the post before being the first one to react and put it away, giving Longridge the lead. Prestwich continued to attack, and they just could not get past Keir Barry in the Longridge goal. So it ended Longridge 1, Prestwich Hayes 0. Well, the season might be over, but the players appreciating the fans once again like they always do. Let's just see that one final time in the 2024-25 season.
I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be.
After the game, Brownie spoke to James and David Badrock, but before that he spoke to goalkeeper Harry Allen with some interesting questions.
I'm stood on the step behind to be in the same shot as Harry. We've stayed up, albeit on goal difference, but it doesn't matter how we do it.
Yeah, well, we'd we was up from last week, wasn't we? It's a bit of a killer because their keeper's an absolute blinder, and we should have got more from the game. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter, does it? But yeah, disappointed not to finish on a high note.
Do you know what? It is what it is. We've had a good day out. Obviously you had to play the game, but yeah, it's been an enjoyable day out.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's always again. It's a bit of a dampener, isn't it? But we'll going back on the coach now, back to the clubhouse, and I'm sure we'll have a few sensible pints back there.
Quite right. And talking of sensible, one last question: when does mist become fog?
I don't have a Scooby. I do not have a Scooby. Yeah, you've got me there. I don't have a clue.
No worries, right? Well, nice one.
Top man.
Cheers for that. You're a good one.
Hayes are staying up.
Right, so once again, I'm on the step above, so not look really short, but I've got David and James Badrock. So, unfortunately, not the result we wanted today, but we've stayed up, albeit on goal difference. That doesn't matter, does it?
No, I think the goal was to stay up, and it's taken a lot out of the team to keep going every single week to keep dragging us out of that relegation zone, dropping back in, getting back out of it. So it's a shame not to have won today, but the main goal was to stay up.
Yeah, that's it. I think it would have been nice to finish on a win today, but yeah, when you put so much into the season, it does take it out of you.
Now, I find out today that you've actually only ever played against each other once, and I think the week after you ended up here.
Yeah. Believe it or not, yeah, it's only been once, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've always played together. Except when we went to university, we played different teams, but never came across each other. But then this season, when Prestwich played Glossop, we ended up playing against each other for the first time.
Yeah. So, I mean, which other teams have you played together for previously?
So we started off at going all the way back to 14. Well, juniors, we played at Rosehill, which is our local club. Then played for Burnley together. Played there for a couple of years, and Northwich Victoria. And then played for Govan Athletic in the Manchester League, Glossop, and then Prestwich here.
Well, been around the block a bit. but yeah, A's have stayed up. We're glad to have you. I've got one more question. Who'd win in an arm wrestle?
We might just put it to the test later on.
Well, we'll see you on the coach.
We'll be fine.
It could be one of those things where, because they're identical, it could last forever.
Yeah. That's what everyone wanted when we played against each other, wasn't it? To mark each other and who come off best.
Yeah, it was.
Right, well, let's get you back on the coach and let's get that arm wrestle sorted.
Brilliant.
Cheers, lads.
Thank you.
One.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Well, we never ended up getting that arm wrestle in the end, but it wasn't the result that we wanted. But at the end of the day, we're staying up. That's really all that matters. Everyone's in an optimistic mood for next season, and hopefully we can just crack on and finish a lot higher up the table. But speaking of table and speaking of results, let's just have a look at the results from elsewhere in the North West Counties Premier Division this past Saturday. So, well, it first started on the Friday night when Chadderton defeated Litherland by 4 goals to 2. The key results on the Saturday in the Premier Division, the main one being Bury's 4-0 win over Burscough, which means that Bury are promoted as champions to the Northern Premier League West. We assume that they'll go in. A hat-trick from former Hayes man Tyler James as well, helping them along the way. Burscough went down to 10 men early on, so it looked like they were going to get there from very early in the day. Lowbreak did their bit with a 4-1 win at Cheadle Town, actually coming from behind after going behind early in the second half. Colne won 2-1 against Abbey Hay, so it was a good job that Prestwich did have that goal difference advantage. In the late kick-off on the island, the poor run ends for Isle of Man, a 2-0 defeat against West Disby and Charlton. Glossop North End defeated Hilton 4-0. Earlham with a heavy defeat after a cup win on Tuesday night, losing 3-0 to FC St Helens. Ramsbottom and Barnoldswick Town with a 1-1 draw. South Liverpool 1, AFC Liverpool 2 in the derby, and Stockport 2, Paddington 2. And also want to mention Charnock Richard 2, Squires Gate 2 in Squires Gate's last game before they go to the First Division, and that's a really good result despite conceding late on in that game. It's a positive result for Squires Gate against a strong Charnock Richard team. So we'll just have a look at the league table, and we'll start with the bottom of the table. And Prestwich, as you can see, are safe on goal difference. And it's been a great season as well for South Liverpool in their first season at this level after winning promotion last year, and Navier in 13th. Fantastic season for them, their first time here. And just to have a look at the top end of the table, and how about that, they're winning the title with 109 points. An absolute brilliant season for them, and an absolute brilliant season for Lower Breck as well. To finish on 106 points and not win the title is something indeed. So they will be in the playoffs against West Didsbury and Charlton at home, and Ramsbottom United will play Paddingham at home in the playoffs. And you have to say that Lower Breck, with amassing those 106 points, will be the favourites for that, but with it in the playoffs, who knows how that's going to go.
There's your steel, there's your steel, and now you're gonna believe us, and now you're gonna believe us, now you're gonna believe us. There's the steel, again. There's the steel, there's the steel, and now you're gonna believe us, and now you're gonna believe us. Don't forget you won't out, lad.